Hey guys, this is my first time on YouTube. My name is Janak Kabrawala. I am the technical director in Pearl Networking Technologies, a leading networking company in Gujarat, India. Today we're gonna showcase Cisco wireless access point, which is newly launched 1852 and 1832 access points with some unique features. First of all, let me give you some brief about the necessity of the wireless. Mobility is the biggest challenge nowadays. All are using the mobility devices, so wireless is a very basic necessity for all of the users, all of the roaming users. Without wireless we cannot imagine our life. We are using the wireless for sharing the datas, videos, video chattings, audio chattings and file sharings, uploading videos. In all of the data requirement, in all of the global requirement, we are using the wireless. Cable LAN is a traditional way, so we are moving to wireless, and for wireless necessity we are using so many devices. So many companies are coming with so many new devices with cheaper and costlier options. Here we gonna showcase some new Cisco access point which comes with inbuilt controller facilities. Cisco has a controller with a wireless setup also, but for the small organizations we need to go for the small and cheaper unit, affordable unit. A small SMBs can use that unit and deploy in that scenarios and use the full flexible wireless features. Here I am going to show you the new access point, Cisco Wireless AP 1852. This is the new access point launched by Cisco and with the inbuilt controller facility. So we know no need to buy a controller for the same, and that case cost saving will be the benefit for the customer. All the new customers and SMB customers are now implementing the BYOD facilities and allowing their employees and guests to use their own mobile devices to access the wireless network and connect with the globe. So for the BYOD facility we need a guest network also, guest connectivity also, and this unit is providing the captive portal facility to log in for the guest. So two different SSIDs are possible for guest and the inbuilt network also. To give a power, I have used the PoE unit. One cable is going to the access point and one is going to my wireless. This is the DHCP server. This is a router providing a DHCP services. So one cable is connected to the network. This unit is accessing the DHCP and getting the IP addresses from the DHCP server. After connecting these devices, after getting the IP address, this device start broadcasting the SSID which I am getting on my laptop, Cisco Air Provisioning. I am connected to device through wireless, and again within the same wireless network I am getting the IP address from my DHCP server. So guys, now we gonna show I am going to show you the configuration, basic configuration of wireless access point. After connecting to the wireless access point, I am getting the IP from DHCP server, and access point is again getting the IP from DHCP server. Access point get the IP 192.168.1.1. To open the wireless access point setup page, just type 192.168.1.1 on a browser. I am getting the basic setup page of the access point. Here we have to give the username and password that we want. So I am giving it admin as a username, admin as a password, and the confirm password is the same, admin. Okay, so password complexity is required, and I have given the basic password, so it's not taking it. So I am giving my own password. So we are now on the first page of the setup. Set up your controller. This is the main and basic feature. This device can act as a controller, so no need of hardware or software controller additionally. Here I can give the name of the system. any system, like I am giving my company name PNTPL. Select your country, time zone. If you want to give the NTP server, it's optional, you can give it or not, and the management IP address. I'm giving the management IP address also 10.10.10.10 with the subnet mask of 255.0.0.0, and default gateway would be any of your LAN server or something. From there you can directly access the device. 10.10.10.1. So next is a wireless setup. Now I am going to define how my users are going to connect on a wireless access point. I am giving the network name. This is the network name for my employee who are going to use my LAN connectivity also. So this SSID will use my LAN connectivity also. I am giving it as an internal. Two type of securities are possible: WPA2 personal and enterprise. Whichever you want, you can select. WPA2 personal. Add your passphrase here. Confirm the same. And the VLAN. You can create different VLANs for your different kind of environment and different kind of users. Virtual networks you can create. You can create the guest network also. As I says, BYOD is now going to emerge in the market. So for that, guest network is compulsory. Give the SSID for the network. Again, same security you can give, or web consent you can give, so they will get the captive portal to log in. You can create the different VLAN for your guest users, so they cannot use your internal data or they cannot reach to your internal server. It's optional. If you want, you can give, or you can give the DHCP server also. The same DHCP server which I am using for my internet network can be used for the guest by assigning the VLANs. I have to give the VLAN ID over here, and I have not configured the same for my network, so I am disabling this guest network. So this is the last phase, and after configuring, here I can give the RF optimization data. I can prioritize my data or voice traffic also. This is the confirm setting page where I can identify or verify my all the settings which are done by me are true or wrong or false. So check that and apply the settings, and now you are on to go with your wireless network and with the guest services also. Thank you guys for watching me on YouTube. Please comment on this video if you like that. Thank you.